Good afternoon. I'm Jared Howes, senior biology major at the University of Arkansas, and I'm coming to you today live from Bella Vista, Arkansas. It's a town pretty much right on the Arkansas-Missouri border. It's 40 miles north of Fayetteville. Behind me is the Mildred B. Cooper Memorial Chapel. Mildred B. Cooper was the wife of John A. Cooper, who's the founder of Cooper Communities, and he had this chapel constructed in her honor after she passed. The architect he chose to design the chapel is Ife Jones. He's a local architect in Fayetteville. The School of Architecture there is named after him. Very well-known architect in Arkansas. And he chose Ife Jones to be the architect because he had a very good reputation of being an organic architect. He was very good at designing chapels, any kind of structure to fit in well with its natural environment. Mr. Cooper chose to have the chapel placed here and in this environment to really display and show kind of like an autobiography of his wife, Mrs. Cooper. She was a devoted family member, devoted wife, devoted in the community, and she really had a love for nature. So that's why he wanted to have this chapel constructed in a natural environment, which, as you can see and hear from the birds chirping, I think he did a pretty good job. The framework of the chapel is predominantly wood and glass. You can see it has a massive wooden door, comes to a point, and alternating wooden arches go back and forth. The high alternating arches really create a sense of airiness when you're inside the chapel. It makes you feel like you're outside, and since there's glass in between all the arches, it allows a lot of light to enter the building, and it's really surreal. From what I've gathered, I think the structure kind of resembles the Gothic style because of the high pointed arches, and the Gothic style kind of evolved from the Romanesque style that had a just circular arch, and they developed the point to create more stability, and you could build higher structures and so on and so forth. I also think it really resembles the organic architecture style. Ife Jones actually studied under Frank Lloyd Wright, which is a very well-known organic architect. He constructed Falling Water in Bear Run, Pennsylvania, and I think this chapel is quite similar to that in the aspect that it's fits in really well with its natural environment. And I chose this piece because I have a deep admiration for Ife Jones. I think he was did a lot architectural wise for the state of Arkansas, and he's a good role model for all architects in the state of Arkansas. And I think it's just a beautiful structure, and I think it fits in really well with its natural environment. Thanks for listening.